Hey everyone, Persia here, and I'm your host for this episode of Women of the FGC Street Fighter V edition. I'm super excited to be a part of this and to highlight some of the awesome women that we have in the FGC and to give some shout outs to their amazing accomplishments along the way, which gets me super excited to talk to Marine today, who has definitely been tearing it up in the Street Fighter world. Marine, thank you for joining us, and it is so good to see you. For all of our viewers, let them know who you are.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm super thankful, so happy to be here with, so many amazing women, and of course you as well, and of course being a part of the FGC. I am Marine. I am sponsored by UAU as a professional Street Fighter V player, but I have been dabbling with commentary as well. So it's been a super awesome experience. I really, really love it. I am just like everyone else, just want to mash buttons, just want to hang out and have a great time.
So, Street Fighter V is kind of your main game right now, but there has to be a start to it all. What was your first fighting game?
My very first fighting game, like when I actually started to get competitive, was probably Injustice. I played Nightwing. I really like Nightwing. He's so cool. So cool. But it is a really weird transition, because it came from Injustice, where their playstyle, their inputs are super different than Street Fighter. But I think it was just more of like friends being super interested in Street Fighter, and I was like, hey, sure, I'll dive into that too.
Exactly, the power of friendship. So were there other aspects besides the homies that helped you keep your interest in Street Fighter V? Like once you started playing and got introduced, were there other elements that were like, all right, here we are, I'm ready?
I guess I kind of want to dial back where my dad, he introduced me to video games. Just in general, he would play Super Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64 before it was our bedtime, or he would go to the video game aisle and seeing what kind of new games there are, while I'm just like, Dad, can I get this game? And he's like, maybe later, we'll get that someday. So yeah, honestly,
he was there to get his games first. He was like, no, I gotta get my games first.
Exactly. So yeah, shout outs to my dad for getting me into video games, and then me getting into competitive fighting games as well. It really has been a long journey, but I'm super thankful for him, because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here, really.
You've talked about all these fighting games you've played all these years that have passed, so you have to have a favorite character. Who's your favorite fighting game character?
Well, obviously, I play Laura in Street Fighter V. She has been my main slice. She's my girl. I love Laura so much. She's great. And I also play Poison as a secondary. And then, of course, Jury in 4, the first character I picked up. I really like her in 5, but her playstyle for me, it just doesn't fit me. So my favorite character will probably be Laura.
I respect it. But, all of them strong, powerful women. You love to see it. If you think about it, they're much like yourself, because you are also a strong, powerful woman in this scene. You have made a massive impact. And, I think it's worth exploring a little bit of your perspective of the community and seeing maybe some of your experiences, some of the challenges you've faced so far, and how you overcame those.
It was a very interesting journey to where I am right now, because when I started getting to fighting games and I found my local scene, the MNFGC, I felt excluded in a way, just because of my gender and how I interacted with people. I was really friendly. I wanted to ask for sets, I wanted to ask for tech, but then people just kind of gave me a weird side eye, or just kind of that vibe where they just didn't want to be around me. And that made me feel like, are video games just for men? I want to play games too, It just felt like I was being shunned away. But as years come by, of course, I started getting better and better. I started improving, and I started, kicking butt at our local tournaments and stuff, and I started getting recognition. But it's I really wish that people would be friendly, or show tech, be helpful, and welcome literally a new member, whether you're a man or a woman, or like you're a mattress, or whatever the heck you are, who cares? Next, into the competitive scene. Combo Breaker 2017 was the actual first major that I've competed in. And I was surprised to go 2-2 in that tournament. I was able to show my stuff and play with other people from around the world. So it was a really cool experience, and it made me want to come back for more. It made me hungry. 2019 was a very successful year for me because I beat a very top Japanese player, Dogura. Dogura plays multiple fighting games. Super prestigious player. He's so cool. Like, I actually love watching him play. That memory will stick to me for years and years and years. I remember when I had to go on the stream stage to play him, in my head I was like, man, I'm definitely gonna get washed, but that's okay. I'm just gonna show what I can do what I do best, and just be myself. My heart was beating so fast, and then all of a sudden my heart just like stopped. Well, I wouldn't say stop beating, but it but overall, I listened to my instinct. So I remember that one instance where I activated the trigger, and I knew Dogura was going to do EX headbutts. So I did the crouching bread and butter, which is like kick into like punch, and I blocked his EX headbutt, and I was like, all right, let's go, party time. I gotta show myself. I gotta mix him up, and I beat him first round. I'm so nervous just talking about this because I'm like reflecting back of like what happened. It was a round for me and Dogura and like the last match, so I was sitting on match point, and I was so nervous because like he read like 3 of my command grabs, and like I missed all of that. I was like, okay, I need to chill, I need to stop doing that. And at the very moments where he did his slide, like his sweep, it stopped like right in front of me. So I was able to just like sit there and be like, oh, I gotta whip punish that. I gotta do it. I gotta whip punish it. And then I whip punished it, and I was able to go 2-0 against Dogura. And like I heard like throughout the headphones that we had, like they were soundproof. I literally heard everyone in the back like, yeah, Marine! Yeah! Oh!
You probably heard me from San Francisco because, yeah, everyone was like...
I tried so hard not to cry, so like I had to gain my composure and just like kind of have my head down like, oh my God, I really did it. Holy cow.
I was watching, sitting in my desk, and let me tell you, dead silence in this office. And then the second you won, I'm like, let's go! Super loud. Everyone's like looking over. Some people are laughing. Some people are like, come on, Persia. You know you're in the office. And I'm like, I cannot help it. I was so thrilled. I was like crying. I felt like so much emotions, and then I wasn't even there. I was like, imagine being in that room. So I can only imagine like how much that felt for you in that moment, especially because after that, you got signed, which was also so amazing to see. Tell us a little bit more about that.
I was signed by UIU. It was like, oh my gosh, like I'm signed by a team. That's really cool. I attended Rebel Conquest as a UIU player, and I was able to get 3rd out of, I think, 88 players that registered for Street Fighter V. So I was like, man, that's really cool.
And to just like dominate the tournament. That's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Give us some advice, or give advice to any woman or other marginalized genders who want to join the FGC or have an interest in the FGC.
Of course, like I want to help people, like especially like in the women of the FGC, just because the FGC is a very male dominant scene. It can be a bit intimidating. That's why we have awesome orgs such as Women in the FGC, Combo Queens. We got Royal Rivals, which I'm a part of, and of course xoacademy. If you wanted to, you can always reach out to me. You can reach out to Persia. You can reach out to my girl Phantomeria. Like, she's great too. Like, there are amazing women in the community. Oh, I was gonna say Cuddlecore too. She's great. Like, what the heck? If you want to be a part of the FGC but you don't know where to start, follow all those great places, Combo Queen, Royal Rivals, all that great stuff. Or, of course, message us.
Absolutely. I mean, it truly is a testament to how we feel as women within the FGC about, creating safe places and places where other women can feel comfortable. There's so many places that we even forget the list sometimes. And if that doesn't help you feel a little bit better about coming and hanging out with us, then I don't know what will. But just know we have open arms for you regardless. Thank you so much, Maureen, for chatting with us, giving us a little bit more backstory behind yourself. It was an amazing time. I definitely enjoyed it, and I'm sure our viewers did too. And to all of our viewers at home, thank you so much for supporting women of the FGC by even being here and sharing your time with us. If you want to check out other episodes in the series, then please do so, because there's a ton of amazing women that you're going to want to learn more about. We hope to see you next time, and until then, take care and have a good one.
Bye, guys.
PlayStation